up, What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for the Ancient Magus Bride chapter 50. So a couple things going into this chapter. One is I think there's going to be a civil war going on. Reason being is because in last chapter, Gregory talked about the shifting of power being a huge problem. So that right there leads me to believe that Yamazaki has a civil war set up for us in this arc, which really has me excited because I can't wait for that. And the other thing that really stood out to me, besides, you know, the setup for this chapter, is the fact that Leon can't be a Magus because he's not trapped by fate, and that he has, like, extra, like, rust in his blood. I really want to know what that means, Yamazaki. I'm hoping we'll get some explanation of that as the arc progresses. But let's get to this chapter and see if we're going to find out the truth about Elias this month, which I'm really, really hoping that's going to happen. Otherwise, it'll be a huge tease. So here we go. And we got a beautiful cover this month. Here we go. Do you have evidence that he's ever eaten humans? That he's... No, we don't. Nothing written, at least. The church's records of Ainsworth date back to the 18th century. He was found in a French port that was shipping goods to England. His epithet comes from the exchanges that occurred around that time. And notice that Yamazaki has exchanges bolded. And you gotta wonder what that means. Like, what kind of exchanges were we making? Were we doing equivalent exchange? Like, what? I want to know. And this chapter is titled, The Cow Does Not Make the Monk 1. But I'm guessing this is part 1. Here we go. So now we're at the priest's place. Please no snacking before supper, Gabriella. Oh, come now. I know you just want to enjoy them all by yourself. It's not like I've got anyone to share them with. Aww. Well, if that's how you're going to be about it, why even bother making them in the first place? Let's see. No can do, I'm afraid. At least if I want to stay myself. A struggle, isn't it? Oh, a bit early to be having visitors. Stay where you are, please. None or not, it's not proper for a woman to be found in a priest's home at this time of day. Yes, coming. Hello. Is this the home of Father Simon Calm? Okay, so now we're back at the college with Elias and Chise and Ruth. And aw, tired? Yes, very. It's been a very busy week. Yes, it's been a whole year since you had to wake up early for school. It's also very strange to have a semester start in September of all months. Children used to be a valuable source of labor, you see. Still are in some places. That's why school starts in the fall months after the harvest would be finished. Oh, I see. What's it like in Japan? The school year starts in spring in April, actually. There were just so many people to talk to, and then all the classes and all the new names I had to remember. And then there were all the examinations. I'm just a little tired is all. Oh, Chise, I can relate to that, because usually what happens with me with exams is by the time I'm done with, like, my exam and I get home, I just collapse. Like, I can't do anything. It's really frustrating. Are you hurting? No, maybe before when I didn't have any objective in mind, but now that I do, I'm having fun, even though it's tiring. Not that everything is sunshine and rainbows. They're avoiding me. What about you, Elias? I've been on my best behavior to keep Renfred from nagging me, but it's not easy work. Sorry for laughing. That is pretty funny, though. Sorry for laughing, and thank you for putting up with all this for me. As long as you're enjoying yourself, it feels a little like you're hanging with Alice too much, though. Really now? That look scares me, Chise. Being at the college makes me feel, how should I say it? It makes me feel like rummaging through my innards. It's a new feeling. Rummaging? Elias is hard to understand. Is that sorry, Eliases is hard to understand. Is that oh, a second. Is that a language? What's the matter? Sometimes I wish I could lie on my back like you do. Oh, the horns. Didn't you say that you transform yourself entirely for the auction? Couldn't you just do away with the horns? I don't like doing that. It makes me feel hazy. There's a phantom itch like my body knows I'm missing something. Oh, here. This way you can lie down without your head hitting the ground. Oh, Elias is laying in, and she says Lappy. Oh, that's so cute. This must be the first time I've ever laid down and looked at the sky. Oh, so cute. Uh-oh. Whoop. God, it's a silver one. What's wrong? Oh, pumpkin shears. Oh, God, that scared me for a second. Pumpkins? You're going to harvest? Oh, I see. I suppose the ones you planted before must have grown. Pumpkins? Is that what's for dinner? Pumpkins have to be left to ripen for a while, even after harvesting. With some luck, we'll be able to enjoy some before the year is out. I hope so after spending last winter underground. I didn't think it would be winter by the time we got back. Do you mind if we stay here a little longer? Aww. My baby! There's my sweet Joseph! What a bother. I told her I don't need to eat. Or that better be Joseph or I'm gonna be annoyed. All right. Wait. It's either Joseph or Alice, and yeah, that's got to be Joseph. That is definitely Joseph, and I thought he would still be asleep by now, but he is so cute. Look at my Joseph. I'm a sucker for blondes, okay? I love them. All right, we're going to be harvesting the ones that are ready, and put markers next to the ones that aren't. Okay, maybe we planted a bit too much. I didn't think there'd end up being so many. But if we don't take them, they'll just end up eaten by the insects. We'll just have to ask Silky to cook a lot of them for us. If you're right, if you store them right, they'll stay good through the winter. Maybe we could share some with Simon too. He'll probably insist on giving us something in return, like tomatoes? Like tomatoes. Oh, an orange one. These are the kind you use for Halloween, right? The Americans were the one who started using pumpkins for lanterns. Before that, people used turnips. Turnips? I think so, at least turnips or rutabaga. It was one of those two. What? Oh, okay. It must have been easy to hollow out turnips. No hard shell like pumpkins no hard shell like pumpkins have at least. Back in those days, it wasn't called Halloween, but instead SAMHAIN. The concept of All Hallows Eve came about as an amalgam of Samhain and Christian beliefs. Samhain, that means winter is coming, doesn't it? Winter is coming. It comes after summer is gone and the harvest is finished. The night that people welcome the coming of winter, the season of death. It's on that night that the gods of winter and the spirits of the dead cross over from the next world. You light the lamps of Samhain so that so that your ancestors can find their way to you. Come November, livestock have to be kept in their pens, no longer allowed to graze outside. It's an old tradition, one that hardly anyone remembers anymore. But are those old gods and spirits still around, like the ones we saw during the solstice? And I will say this chapter is extremely appropriate. Around, yes. I suppose they do still exist in a certain sense of the word. What do you mean? Honestly, it's a concept that I'm still not wholly familiar with myself. I was born in an age where many gods had already disappeared. In the old days, long, long ago, it's true that they were beings of immense power, rightfully worshipped and feared. But now their presence has melted into the seasons and people of the world, leaving only shades of what they once were. They're merely part of the greater world now. And I will say this in regards to like Fae mythology, or like Fae-based fiction, or a lot of the mythology-based fiction that I have read. This is actually really consistent. So good on you, Yamazaki, for being consistent with this. But sometimes, like bubbles rising to the surface of a spring, they'll appear again in front of someone or other. Of course, they're still dangerous to behold, weakened or not. Gods are still gods, after all. Why did it happen? I don't know. It might be because humans stopped fearing them and learned to worship science instead, or it might not. If you asked another Magus, they might give you another answer. Either way, it's best for everyone else if they stay dormant like they are now. Not many gods are known for being friends of man, after all. Oh, this is so true. If you know your mythology, if you know your Irish mythology, Irish/Celtic mythology, if you know your oh my god, what's the other one I was thinking of? If you know your Norse and if you know your Greek and Roman mythologies and Egyptian mythologies, this is very, very, very true. Speaking of turnips, we planted those too. Let's harvest them when Halloween comes around. We could try making lanterns out of them. Whoa! Oh, you're the Slave Vega. Oh, and that's Gabriella, by the way. You look so soft. You've got a lot of room to grow. You must be a nun from Simon's church. A nun? Greeting, Ainsworth. I bear ill tidings, news that threatens the long decade of peace you've enjoyed. You should come and visit sooner rather than later, at least if you don't want to find yourself being watched even when dallying around pulling up vegetables. Who was that? She seemed human, but at the same time not. Like I said, she's a nun from Simon's church, or at least that's the form it's taken for now. Strange, though, it usually wouldn't come to me of its own free will. Chise? Oh, Chise, Ruth, there you are. I was looking all over for you. Stella, what's the matter? The matter? I texted you days ago saying I'd be coming over on the weekend. I forgot. Well, yeah, you never look at your phone. And I know school started, so you must be way too busy to have time for me. I'm really, really sorry. Huh? Chise, can you go back home with Stella? I'll go to the church by myself. Oh, okay. She said threatens the peace. I wonder what she meant. Elias, are you wearing your ring? Yes, of course. Okay, that's fine then. Can't help but worry. Aw. What's he going to church for? He has business there. Uh-huh. Okay, so what's your secret new school like? Tell me everything you can. That's not much. Well, I still want to hear it. Okay. There's a lot of food and you can eat whenever you want. That's what you remember about school? Huh? Wow, it's foggy. Chise? Ruth? What's going on? Where'd you go? Hey, there wasn't any fog just a second ago. Yes! My boy is back! And I'm not talking about Joseph. Oh, no. I'm talking about Ashen Eyes! Thank you! Ashen Eyes is back. Maybe it's the company you choose to keep, dear. You don't have the sight, and yet you are all cut up in this nasty business. I read the past few years' worth of reports. 5 of the tomatoes ripened today. I finished fixing the rose arch over in the cemetery. I played ball with the children until dinner. Oh my God, I'm so happy that Ashen Eyes is returned. Because something I said, and this was before the college arc started, I said something that was gonna, this manga has gotten a little meh, and what's gonna save this manga is Ashen Eyes. Oh boy, Ashen Eyes is about to save this manga. Ashen Eyes is about to save it. 5 of the tomatoes ripened today. Sorry, I'm rereading this part. I finished fixing the rose arch over in the cemetery. I played ball with the children until dinner. This is just a diary. There's practically nothing about who you were assigned to observe. There's just enough there to tell what happened for the past year and a half. It's hard running a church. I've been doing my job. I passed all the audits. They're just not doing much, I swear. There's nothing to write about. Our observer from a decade ago called him extremely aggressive, but ever since you came on, it seems like he's calmed down. We've had many observers over the past years, and they all ended up chased away by that thing. What makes you so different? I don't know what you're implying. Remember the dragon rampage this past February? The church helped cover that one up, and one of our people at the auction said that they saw him there. Don't tell me you knew and neglected to report it, Simon Calm. Why did you... That's enough, young one. It's not nice to torment the weak. I can't get free. Here, have a cookie and calm down. Gabriella, just kidding. Simon? Ainsworth, don't come. Mr. Calm, your reports claim you're barely more than passing acquaintances, yet here he stands entering your home like an old friend. It's all clear now. I'm reporting this to the church. You're totally unfit to be his observer. What? Okay. So let me give you my thoughts on this chapter. First of all, thank fucking God Ashen Eyes is here. Ashen Eyes is, this is going to be good. But I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get the answer to the question of what makes Elias, like why he's known as Pila Marialis. But something that I'm thinking about is that's maybe going to be the objective of this arc, maybe the overall end goal that Yamazaki is going to give to us in pieces throughout this arc, is why Elias is Pila Marialis, known as Pila Marialis. If that's the case, then that's really smart. I'm fine with Yamazaki doing it this way. Like, especially since Simon's going to be replaced, especially if Simon's going to be replaced, this is another good way to find out about this. But, like, did Gabriella set him? I feel like Gabriella set Elias up. I feel like he did. Or she did, I'm sorry. I feel like Gabriella did this on purpose. Like, there's more than a coincidence going on here. Like, Elias had to go there, like, just this second. Why? I think Gabriella did this on purpose. I really do. But, I'm very curious what you guys think about this chapter and what you guys think that Yamazaki is going to do with this arc. I really think Yamazaki is going to go in the direction where, like, maybe like every chapter we're gonna find a new piece to the puzzle about what makes Elias Pila Marialis, which would be awesome and be very clever. I think that would be like, I kind of think that would be the smart way to go, kind of similar to what Miura did in Yuragi no Unisan recently, that it just like trying to find out who Yuna is led to this big build up. And I think that's where, with the climax being why Elias is known as Pila Marialis. And something that I think that is interesting is, like, notice that Ash and I showed up when Gabriella told Elias to go away, or go to Simon. But hold on, I want to go back up to what Elias said about Ashen Eyes, or not Ashen Eyes, about the nun. Hold on a second. She seemed human, but at the same time not. If that's the case, then Ashen Eyes has got to be. Ashen Eyes took the form of Gabriella. Like I said, she's a nun from Simon's church, or at least that's the form it's taken for now. Strange, though, it usually wouldn't come to me of its own free will. I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that Gabriella was like Ashen Eyes, or like a servant of probably more along the lines of a servant of Ashen Eyes? Because at the end of the chapter, I'm just trying to see. Like, because where it stopped with Stella, it was really weird. I feel like either Gabriella is Ashen Eyes or a servant of Ashen Eyes. I'm very curious what you guys think. And if that's the case, what do you think Ashen Eyes is up to? Like, what is his end game? And if it's a servant of Ashen Eyes, it might make sense to, because, like, I'm seeing this stuff with Joseph, and I'm thinking it was either Chise or Gabriella that left it for Joseph. But hold on a second. I want to look at the Joseph stuff one more time. I told her I don't need to eat. I think it was either that actually could have been Stella that did that too. As well. But, because of, remember what happened with that. But I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think it was Chise who do you think gave the muffins to Joseph? I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm really leaning towards Gabriella. I think Gabriella did that. And it really would make sense if Gabriella is a servant of Ashen Eyes, or Ashen Eyes itself. So I'm very curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, how you think Yamazaki is going to do this arc, especially when we're finding out about why Elias is known as Pila Marialis. I feel like it's just we're gonna get like little bits and pieces throughout this arc, and it's gonna be interesting as hell. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.